want to put the information in chat too? We're live. Just say.
What's in the phone number?
77 or +1 778.
Yeah.
866.
Yeah.
7674.
On FaceTime audio.
Yep.
Will it work from non-FaceTime audio?
No.
Okie dokie.
Where were you hearing that?
On my computer.
Oh, I was like, where did that just come through?
The teapot looks like it's coming out of my head.
No way, really?
Yeah, it's the teapot.
I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
Gotta somehow shimmy.
All right, ready to party?
Yeah, let's go.
Well, it's midnight, damn right, we're wound up too tight. I got a fist full of whiskey, the bottle just bit me. Oh, that shit makes me batshit crazy. We got no fear, no doubt, and balls out. We're going up today to kick out every night. Take anything we want, take everything in sight. We're going till the world stops turning while we burn it to the ground.
Hello?
Oh, I got his ass now.
You have to be fast in the track.
I hate that guy.
This race could change the rest of your life.
Go on for my best and whatever happens then, it's good.
My bottle got stretched a little bit.
I'm about to light this shit up.
Live radio, baby.
Tori, move the fork right about an inch, then move it back again. You guys saw me just tinkering with the, Answer BMX forks. Get yours today. We want to make sure they're, they're just, we always have them just on our coffee table. We eat dinner with the forks.
Fucking right.
So,
Coffee Chatter BMX Racing Radio Show number 3 coming at you today.
Yep. Feels good to be home.
It feels great to be home.
Feels
right
good
now,
to be home.
Feels good to be live again. We're on the road there for a week coaching in Alberta. It feels great to be back.
Yeah, we were actually going to do a live show on the road, but then logistically we couldn't because we were so busy. So we decided to move Cam to this last week, and then now obviously we're doing the live show.
That was awesome. Cam was available because it came in clutch for us.
Yeah,
got him on the show early too, a week early. So it worked out great.
Yeah, it worked out well.
Hope you guys enjoyed it.
First things first. Pro-Gate Europe winning start to the Great Gate.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Who has had a Twan? Twan won the Worlds of the Great. He's the first guy I thought of.
Yeah, he's been ripping some great gates lately. We saw him out in Zolder. He was ripping some great gates out there. Yep.
One of the homes of Pro-Gate Europe, Zolder.
You know what? They got a great Pro-Gate Europe out there.
They do have a good Pro-Gate Europe.
And there's a reason why they held the Worlds at a track with the Pro-Gate Europe because winning starts with the Great Gate. So
and Twan was still doing that nice pull manual on the first jump, eh?
That was sexy, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was doing a good job.
I bet you he can't wait for when we have 4 World Cups back to back to back to back there next year.
Yeah, so I heard we're gonna do 8 World Cups at Zolder next year.
It's actually gonna be like an 8 World Cups in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, it's just gonna be a Monday to actually 7. It's gonna be a Monday to Sunday thing. Every day is a different World Cup.
Fantastic. Get him in.
So do you think by the end of it, Sylvain just wins them all because he's the only one that can handle that much riding?
I bet the last 3, he's the only one that gates properly. Yeah. Everyone else is just fatigued, backs folding.
Imagine if you had legitimately had, they're like, okay, we're going to run 7 World Cups in 7 days. Like a full format.
There'd be a lot of sloppiness going on those last few days.
There'd be a lot of crashes.
A lot of crashes, a lot of sloppiness, people getting lazy, they're doing dumb shit.
Can you imagine by day 7?
You'd be exhausted.
There'd be a lot of injuries.
Probably, yeah, because there'd be a lot of crashes.
Do you think the racing would still be good?
Yeah, well, I mean, it would be entertaining. I'm not saying the racing would be good, but it'd be entertaining as hell.
Do you think people would still be able to go fast?
Yeah, because there's something in our bodies that's just like we can put it together when we need to, and we'll go fast as hell. But as soon as something goes wrong, I don't think we'll have the energy or the strength to hold it together. Like shit could hit the fan real quick.
It's like in the NHL when they go to overtime, they end up playing for like 5 overtime periods.
So
they
sloppy.
play 3 games in a row, basically.
They're just playing slow and sloppy. It's insane.
Some of the teams like order pizza or like make pasta in the dressing room and have it in intermissions because you'd have to.
How else would you have energy?
You have to. You're playing for 8 hours. Can you imagine?
That's insane.
You go to bed at like 3 a.m.
I watched the game where they went to what was it 5 overtimes?
Yeah.
So what is that? Almost 3 games?
Yeah.
Almost 3 full games.
Almost 3 full games in a row.
And like I don't watch hockey much, but I could tell instantly when I turned the game on, it was just so slow and sloppy.
Yeah. How would it not be?
Yeah. So it's insane.
I know.
Also on the show today, you guys know we got motosheets.com. Everyone wants a great gate. They also want to know if they're getting faster. You need a timing system made easy with motosheets.com. If you got a race going on, I saw Euros still racing. You need a scoring system. Motosheets.com will get you sorted. They're also coming out with a new app soon. We're going to have a little widget on the app too. So stay tuned, folks. Go to motosheets.com, check it out, check what they got, all their products they got available to you guys.
Did you ever get the Random Gate app?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I didn't do it all the time, but I sometimes did sprints with it. Do you ever do it?
So I've tried it with sprints. I've done a few different things trying it. Like I do with box jumps a lot when I have to do like quick ones, so like close to a race. I've tried it with sprints, but I oftentimes like start trying to do a gate mid sprint.
Yeah, and you end up going back a little, and it doesn't really work.
Yes,
yeah.
And like I always use my sprints, like I say, for form correction, make sure the form's dialed, so I don't go all out on the first pedal. And as soon as the gate
it's
app
hard.
Came out,
it's really tough. Yeah,
we did a race. Remember back in Chula when we had the Gate Start World Championships?
Oh yeah.
As soon as we did a box sprint and we put the gate app,
it's hard.
I completely messed up the first pedal because I was like, oh god, I'm doing a gate, but I'm supposed to be sprinting, and
it's. I found it really tough to react to a red light off the box because you want to just like. I don't know. You want your bike automatic goes back a bit like a gate. You kind of do it like a gate instead of just going forward off the box.
It's hard.
It's really tough. Yeah.
And people say, I mean, we'll probably say like we do a sprint off the gate as well. Like it's the same thing, but for some reason when you're on that flat ground, and or with a box, obviously you can't roll back like you would on a gate, so that messes your form up. But like when you're doing it on flat ground, it's just weird.
It feels way harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does.
But I've also seen like I remember when we were in Bathurst, I saw like one of the practice days when it was super windy. I saw like Graf. Nick went over there and did it. The German guys, like that crew of them, were doing sprints on that sprint block that slides back.
They have one that slides back.
It's one of those new ones that it's called sprint block. I think it's
Sean Dwight's. Yeah.
And it's like it actually the top piece moves down and back so that you can actually do a snap.
I didn't notice that.
So that's what it does. And I don't know if they're using the app, but I was watching them do it, and they were able to do like a 1, 2, 3 like a gate because the thing slides back.
That is such a good idea.
It's pretty cool, hey.
I also think with a regular box, it's good because it makes you just go forward. So like if you want to correct kind of habit of coming too far back, you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. It's like, I meant for something.
Yeah.
Purpose for it. But yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That's cool. That's really cool. First big news. Obviously, I think a lot of us saw Trey White's news this morning.
This is our Sylvan social media check-in.
Yeah, that's our silver. Where's I hate that guy?
Oh, well, I'm trying to do something because we have an issue with something, and it kind of just is what it is. But
I hate that guy. There it is.
There we go. Sorry, guys, for the delay. We're having FaceTime audio issues. I'm not sure why people aren't able to call in FaceTime audio. I'm not
really?
sure. Jake, someone just said, Sfernsy just said in our chat, Sferns, I hear you, buddy.
I'm working to call in.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I knew he was going to call in too, and it was supposed to be
FaceTime unavailable. Are you freaking kidding me?
Are you shitting me? Are we going to quickly have to
Chris,
pay this
tough.
$10?
That's tough. That's tough. Tough scene. Tough scene where you can't accept calls on the radio show. Let us read Trey's post. So he posted, my time on the GB program has come to an end, and gutted about the timing with everything going on this year. But what can I say? Some of the proudest moments of my life have come from wearing the GB jersey. I may have not got everything out of this sport that I wanted to, but looking back, I have some great accomplishments and a lot of memories I can really be happy about. What's next for me? I'm not sure yet, but apparently I'm young and life is just getting started. I want to take this time to thank everyone that has helped me and believed in me through the ups and downs on the squad. Team, family, friends, and my sponsors. Without them, I wouldn't have been able to focus and compete at a high level. Saying that, I'm looking forward to getting back on my at GT bicycle and seeing what the rest of the year has in store for me in a bit. I was kind of surprised to see that. So in his post, I haven't talked to him, but in his post, it doesn't, like, some people are commenting like he retired, and I didn't really get that because it says He's getting back on his GT for the rest of the year. See what the rest of the year has. So maybe he's going to finish out the year and stop. I don't know, actually.
Good question. I'm really unsure now too.
Because when I first read it,
Yep.
I didn't think it was a retirement. I thought it was just like GB, whatever, drop me off the team, and I'm kind of just going to do my own thing for a bit and see. But then people were commenting like he full on retired.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
because I saw like Evans post about a bunch of people, like a bunch of friends and whatnot, and it made it sound like, oh, he's moving on. But to me, I just thought he was leaving the GB team and he's just going to do his own thing.
That's what it sounded
maybe that
like.
just means racing in Europe only, but maybe he is just finishing out the year.
Yeah,
maybe he's still racing, just going to finish out the year.
Let's get him on the intro of the next show next week and chat to him and see.
We'd love an update. If we could do it right now, we would. People,
I know.
Yeah,
we obviously can't because he's asleep in Europe right now.
Jake, if you're listening, try again. Somebody FaceTime audio and it came through and then ended real quickly. So I don't know what's going on with the line here, but somebody just missed FaceTime call. How do we miss a FaceTime call?
Is the volume up on the? Yeah, turn the volume up on the.
Yeah, everything's up. Everything's up. You know, this is why we're still.
All right, people.
There we go.
Call back again.
We got it.
Okay, we're good.
All right, you're live on Coffee Chatter Radar. Who are we talking to?
Boys, Jakey Spann.
Jake, how's it
What's
going,
up, buddy?
Good. How are you two?
Good. What are you up to?
Oh, just hanging out in Melbourne.
Oh, just hanging out.
It's pretty. Just hanging out, eh? Oh, we're due to COVID. We got a lockdown. Obviously, we got a curfew. I haven't had a curfew since I was about 12 years of age.
Yeah, Jake, how's you're just a fucking wild man on the run. How can you have a curfew?
Exactly. The ride account's been a bit slow at the moment, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, Jake, how is it being single and with a lockdown? It's just can't be good for business.
This, right? So how is it? There's a lockdown. You're not allowed out of your house after 8 p.m. and we can't go within 5 kilometers radius. Like if we go outside of that, it's like a $1,600 fine.
No way.
So,
wow.
So you're telling me you have a Brazzers account? Is that what I'm hearing?
Brazzers, full thing, just searching those 5 kilometer radiuses and just go with inside that. You know,
you just gotta set the Tinder radius to 5K and just stay safe that way.
Hope for the best. You know, if it's 6, you're pushing it, but
yeah, it's a tough scene for single people right now, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
tough scene.
Well, they say you can go see your intimate partners, but if you got multiple, it's a bit tough.
Yeah. What's that all about?
Unfortunately, that's frowned upon right now, Jake.
Maybe your bubble just gets a little bit bigger. I don't know. You just have a big bubble.
Yeah, Jake's got a big bubble for sure.
You got a big bubble.
Exactly. How are you guys? You going well?
Yeah, going good. We just did a bunch of camps in Alberta last week, which went pretty well. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
But other than that, I really miss. I'm actually going to San Diego tomorrow to be with Savvy finally. But
big trip coming
up.
Yeah,
big trip. But I miss going to Europe and stuff for the races, and I just miss traveling in general.
Yeah, it'll be different. Well, for sure, everyone when they get on a plane next, I bet it'll feel. I don't know. They'll be excited to do it because they haven't done it in a while. Yeah. So I know we haven't raced since March. So
I saw you guys got races going on right now, though, don't you?
In other states. Other states do like state races, but Melbourne, we're just like, what are we? We're like the state that just obviously didn't give a fuck about it all, and we're being punished. So tracks are closed, gyms are closed. We're in this lockdown curfew, so fun times.
Like, well, what are you doing then right now?
Yeah, you still working, or what are you doing?
Yeah, still working, which is good at least. But other than that, you just work, go home, repeat it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's it. But in like 6 days' time, the premier of the state is putting an announcement on what's going to happen if we go back to like stage 2, which is do whatever you want, but what is it? Square distance in restaurants and cafes and all that. Retail's still open.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's not much else going on. So yeah, but other states like they're sort of racing, like Queensland up north, where like Sleeman, James, they're racing like up in that, like Nerang, they're racing Nerang like 2 weeks ago, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, okay. So, I guess I'll like say Isaac doing a race. So that was what it was.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is we're going back to Bathurst soon.
Yeah, basically. Well, they had a race that, they had like a state title race, and that got cancelled due to COVID. So the tracks are still running. I know that because speaking to Nat Rodway, they're like still training and stuff, but they're not racing just due to the numbers. Like they can't control the numbers apparently. So Yeah. But
Man.
I'm not sure. Up in Queenstown, I think Isaac was telling me that they run like a certain age group in the morning and then do the rest of the guys in the afternoon. So they're like scheduled. But yeah.
Man, I really miss Australian brunch. I had the most amazing brunch every day in Australia. Like every cafe has good coffee and good food.
Yeah. Well,
so good.
Melbourne. That's what I reckon. Australia has some of the best coffee. Well, it's the best coffee in the world, I reckon. So, and the food's delicious as well. So you probably treated yourself wherever you went as well. So
bloody oath you did.
Yeah.
I know. I would have loved to been able
Bloody
to
oath.
look, I would have loved to be able to look around Melbourne. I got to hang out in Sydney for a few days, but I never got to see Melbourne. Yeah.
Yeah, Melbourne. There's all those. The don't go to the big like cafes. It's those little hidden cafes that you can get.
Those are always the
have
best.
the best food.
Yeah, those are always the best
hidden
ones.
gems.
Yeah.
So
I think we were talking.
Hey,
we were talking about before, like all coffee spots there. The coffee's like 7 to 8 range, like always. Like it's always so good.
Standard's high.
Yeah. You never take a sip and go, this is fucking shit house and throw it away, you know?
No, here you just have some coffees like, well, this one fucking sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, good to talk to you, bro.
How long are you in San Diego for?
3 months.
You going there for 3 months?
3 months. Yeah, I haven't seen Sally since end of February.
Huge trip.
Yeah.
Huge.
Huge.
Oh, that's exciting.
Are you nervous about it with like, being in the US and COVID, or are you good now?
I think, I'm all right. Just make sure, same shit as here. Just make sure distance and
fair.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Make sure you put that mask on.
Exactly. I was going to say, Jake, it's good to talk to you. Were you planning on going to the Worlds this year?
Yeah, I was planning on doing that as well as a couple of the Vet Pro stuff as well for the US stuff.
Vet Pro.
All that.
I can't believe you're a Vet Pro.
It doesn't seem like you.
Well,
I know.
I'm a young one.
Yeah, you are.
I guess you could say.
I feel like you're like just starting your elite career. Like you're just like 21.
Just started my elite career, but never raced elite.
Yeah. So when I guess you can't come to the US soon, but were you planning on coming like next year or something?
Well, who knows? With our borders, we're not sure what's going on. Like I can't even fly to like Queensland or Sydney right now, even if I wanted to. Like all our borders are closed, I'm pretty sure. So let alone trying to do get on an international plane, I don't think that's happened for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let alone we still have World Cup planned in November.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So because I know I was speaking to Max and Isaac about if they were doing Rock Hill and Grants, and they're trying to sort out like what's it called?
Insurance.
It's just like like you apply for it to say you're going into an international country to do something. But I know it's a bit of paperwork. I don't know if you guys know Corey Creed. If you know who Corey Creed is, he's like a freestyle motocross guy.
That's what he sounded like a freestyle motocross guy.
Corey Creed.
Yeah, he tried to apply for it and I'm pretty sure it got denied or something because he was meant to go over to that. Did you see that contest that Tyler Berrimer and Cole Seeley and all that did?
Oh yeah,
like the backyard jam? Yeah. So he was meant to go to that, but it got his application got denied or something. So it's pretty. I don't think two guys trying to go race in America is going to work. So yeah, full on. But anyway.
Yeah.
So I'll let you go with the radio show, but it was good to hear from you boys.
You too, buddy. You too, buddy.
Question for you, Jake. Could you hear the audio fine on the live show? Did you hear it?
Yeah, it was good. It wasn't like lagging or anything.
Fantastic.
It looks good. No one's said otherwise. So usually someone instantly will be like, the Wi-Fi sucks.
Nah, it was good. Like you've obviously got your tech team onto that, so they're working hard.
Yeah, they're paid well.
Behind the scenes, they're putting in well.
Paid well.
Hope to see you soon,
big
buddy.
salary, guys. Yeah, me too. Take care, you guys.
Big bonus, guys.
Big bonus, guys.
See you, buddy.
They're getting that Christmas bonus now that they've fixed the YouTube live show.
Hell yeah.
Fucking rights.
So, too easy. I'll speak to you guys soon.
See you, bro.
Later, Jakey.
See ya. Bye.
Jake Spann, just lifelong pal.
Just seriously, what a great friend.
Lifelong pal. Some of the most fun times of me, Connor, and Jake stayed together for a couple weeks in Mission Beach and back in circa 2014.
How long ago does that feel right now?
No kidding. Different life.
He was going to come on. If we were going to have a live show last week, he was texting me he was going to come on and just go off. And I was bummed because like we didn't do the live show, so I was like, yeah, you got to wait a week. So thank God he remembered. He came on, so it was good to talk to him. I was gonna do something right now and I couldn't remember, but you know, it doesn't really matter.
Our camps are done though. They went well.
Yeah, really well.
Yeah, ended the summer and we ended them in 2 days in Cochrane, 2 days in Stony Plain.
It was a big couple days.
It was huge. We just went 5 days in a row coaching.
Yeah, so Cochrane was great.
Yeah. Thanks to Rhonda.
Thanks to Rhonda. We came there last year. She hosted us again this year, and she made it easy again. You know,
so nice.
She's like our Cochrane mom. Like she's Alberta mom. Like
I know, she's one of my moms I've met through the sport.
Great couple days there.
Yeah.
Weather was good. Seriously, it was windy though. It was cold. Alberta. You know what? You got to figure your weather out.
Oh my God, it's August.
It was August. It was
Alberta.
August, and I was riding in 2 hoodies to start the day off.
Up.
2 hoodies. Yeah. Come on.
But Ron had everything out for us. She even had the motor shed we could go hang out between. Had water and snacks, and she gave me my favorite chocolate bar at the end. Oh, unreal. Lindt chocolate.
Good.
You kidding me?
So good.
A couple of good days in Cochrane. Then went to Stony Plain. Thanks to Mike and the crew at Stony.
That was fantastic too.
Thanks to Mike and Sue. Yeah, they did an awesome job, and we had a good time. We did actually Stony was cool because we did 2 days of coaching. And then we also did the evening coaching sessions at the track with friend Devin Kawa. We hadn't seen him in a couple of years, so good to see him. And coach the kids at the local night. Really enjoyed it.
I love those sessions at the end. Like so, when we do our camps, like we try to give them as much information as we can to let them take as much away from the camp as we can.
Yep.
We're not just trying to give them stuff that they can just learn there and then forget about. But at the evening session, it's kind of where we just kind of jam session with everyone.
Yeah.
So we jam the rhythm section, the second straight, and it's like I love those sessions when you can just hear the kids being like, "Well, if you do that, I'll jump this," and I bet you can't jump that one. And then it's just everyone's pushing themselves to jump more. That's just like classic BMX right there, like having fun at the track with your friends. I love that.
That's when you learn the most, like especially
Always.
The energy was so good. The kids were obviously all friends and pushing each other, had a good group. And then we were just getting kids to try stuff like James said. And yeah, it was pretty cool.
It got me hyped up to try a quad when we were there. And
we got to talk about the quad James tried.
This I can't even say I did it. Like so I didn't even get close enough to say I did this.
I guess we got to say it was a triple step up. So you could triple in, or you could roll triple, or you could quad. So James a couple times went pretty slow and tripled in super easily.
Like overshooting easy. Like it was small easy. Roller, medium. Like it just gradually got bigger. And then the last two were a pretty big gap.
We will say the lip wasn't big.
The lip was probably like 2 speed bumps.
And then so he comes over, he's like, I'm going to try the quad.
I got really excited.
And then I was like, I was about to say like, dude, I don't know how to say it, but I was like, I don't know if it's a good idea. Like what I was about to say, like, what's the point? Like, who cares? Like, you don't need to do it. And I was like, I didn't really think you'd be able to clear it, but you were so confident. I was like, I'm not telling you not to. If you're that confident, I was like, fuck, you must know he can do it. I mean, I was like, I don't think he's got it, but I was like, if he's this confident, like he's not just going to willy-nilly try something.
No.
And boy, did you case it.
Oh my God. I didn't even get my front tire over.
Full framed it.
Bars went north. Bars went cheat down. Huge creek.
The problem was you had to go a lot faster. And instead of really popping, it's a really small lip and kind of a tricky setup because it's like a step up to roller. You had a double manual going. Yeah. And it's kind of big. And then you kind of just went off the lip without going up and just full on went like, I think the best way is to describe it, you went just full on into like the front side of the last roller.
Yeah. It was not good.
It was scary. And then you caught a little air off of it.
Oh, I bounced. Like bars went forward. I bounced off the landing, was just holding it together. I was just like, just right away.
Got a little air, a little nose heavy. And the kid absorbed it unbelievably well. Like most people would have just like seat bounced to catch air to over the bars.
Yeah.
But it was framed it to catch some air, get a little locked out nosedive and ride out.
I got excited. I'm going to be honest. I just got excited.
And I was just like, my mouth was open for like.
I turned around. I just see you and Devin just staring. I was like that just happened.
Oh my God. Yeah. It scared the shit out of me.
And like, I feel like I'm pretty calculated with these. Like with any triples, like if I can go slow, overshoot a double, I know if I go fast and pull up, I'm going to at least like make it or case the triple. Like I'm pretty calculated in that sense, I think. And then this one, I got a little excited. The kids were amping me up. They were sending this triple in, or they were sending the last triple. And I was like, you know what? I want to try something too. And then that was just bad news.
I should have filmed it.
We should have. But at the same time, I'm glad you didn't, because that was one hell of a case.
Yeah, I really should have filmed it.
So, but it would have loved the case.
It would have been a great Instagram video regardless. People like when people fuck up.
They do.
They love it.
My most watched videos on Instagram are me fucking up.
I remember once when I crashed in Papendal in like 2014. Imagine that, a crash in Papendal, a big one. Weird.
People crash.
I just posted the photo of me like nose manualing down the backside about to die, and it was like fucking exploded.
It's just like most liked picture, most liked video. It's insane.
I know.
People just love that.
What is
stuff.
with human nature? We just love seeing that stuff.
I don't know.
It's so weird.
It's just it's pure excitement.
I know.
Something's happening. Pure excitement.
Yeah.
Oh.
We also so I posted the video on Coffee Chatter the other day about the box jump in Madrid.
Oh yeah. So this is a conversational topic right here.
Mike Day had a phenomenal comment on it.
I didn't see it. Please do.
You didn't see it?
No. Should we go find it? So somebody sent us this, and they're like, "Why?" I can't remember. I should remember his name, and I apologize for forgetting who it was. But they sent it in, and they're like, "Why don't we have this more often?" We're like, "This clearly, can you see the video? Like, it doesn't work. Like, it doesn't work at all." But then he sent me a message after, and he's like, "But what if it was different? Like, what if it was set up in a different way? What if it wasn't like a huge up and on and off?" And you got the comment? You're finding it.
Yeah.
So
basically what it's I got it here.
just fine.
Would rather watch a guy struggle a bit than elites race on lame ass ABA tracks. Well, I see his point because I would rather see guys ride gnarly tracks and supercross tracks and be challenged as opposed to riding like a normal easy track they can ride in their sleep.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, the box jump wasn't good. Like it wasn't good.
That one wasn't good.
No,
it wasn't.
Like I raced it. It wasn't that cool. Like I thought it was a bit gimmicky, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And like I get the fact that it's like challenging and new and kind of intriguing. I see that, but at the same time, it's like it's a bit gimmicky and it was slow, and I didn't think it was great.
I think by the guy that sent me the message, I think it could have been implemented differently.
Yeah.
So the way it was done at the Olympics was, I would say, marginally better in the sense that it was an on-off that wasn't flat on top. So you went up, got into the jump, and you could pop off. But the guy, somebody might have messaged me on Instagram. No, it wasn't him. Suggested it.
What if Chris Anderson? You just
Chris
commented.
Okay, there we go.
On the chat. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thanks, Chris. What if it was implemented in a higher speed section? So in my thinking, I think he might have said like Papendal. So my thinking was like, okay, could it be implemented down the second straight? I don't know. That would be high speed, and it could potentially be a thing, but you'd lose a lot of speed there. What if it was the first jump out of that second turn where you're high speed and then you're actually trying to slow down for that straightaway? And I feel like that's why they had the big step up. It was kind of a slowdown, but it's not. So what if you had a good on off there? Not like a flat, but on off.
Before you just said that, I was just thinking, enter a pro rhythm. Like, check that shit out. You enter a pro rhythm going full speed, jump on, jump off, and you're in the rhythm. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Like, I think we've had those and we wouldn't call them box jumps, but like, that's exactly kind of the idea. And that's sick.
And don't make it maybe as tall. Have it more like concaved in the middle.
Yeah.
So you can have more speed. Like 2 in, make it like a big 2 off.
Yeah.
And sick.
Make it like gaps. Like you can't pull in.
Yeah.
Even like if it's a gap to gap, that would be pretty sick.
Yeah. Jump in, jump out.
It adds the visual effect that it's an in out. You can't pull in. It's not just rollers. Big visual effect guy.
Make it noticeably taller. So like it's noticeable, but not over the top tall.
Not like Madrid where you jump on to flat ground, lose speed, drop off, and try to regain speed. Yeah.
But the idea is kind of cool. It's something new too. But at the beginning of a rhythm section would be sick.
Yeah. Something I think it could work if you implemented it in the proper section with the proper amount of speed.
I think that's the play.
Yeah. So that'd be interesting.
So for practice, they had the padding there because people would have died if there was no padding. Like I went into the padding a couple of times. It was pretty inevitable not to.
Yeah.
And for racing, they took it out.
Fair. I mean, that's fair.
You would have died in practice had it not been there.
I honestly thought that airbag was kind of dangerous. I think they could have done like different padding because like what if you went to put an arm or a leg down and your arm or leg slipped through the airbag? I thought that was a little dangerous.
It was really safe. Seriously.
It was fine. You just like jumped on it.
Just basically like you could like ditch the bike and just if you had to and just like fall into it. It was good.
Okay.
Because it kind of like all like gathered at the bottom.
Okay.
And it needed to be there for practice. 100%. Yeah. So many people
we watch, I mean, ourselves, A practice, you watch B practice, C practice, like those are on the tracks these days. Like the incidents still happen. So yeah, you put it on that track. Oh boy, you're going to get some fun entertainment.
But I like the sound of that out of the second turn way better.
Yeah, that'd be fun. What if they put on the second straight? What if Papendal's second straight was that first jump, the big first jump, and then the second jump was an on-off?
On-off berm jump?
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be cool straightaway.
That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Probably, yeah. That'd be cool.
It'd have to be like I think that'd be.
We're gonna make it a first jump on the track.
Ooh, would that be too slow? You think so? You'd lose a lot of speed. I feel like
probably.
But maybe
that's
the point.
It'd be a little gimmicky.
It'd be gimmicky, but you know what?
You
need a little bit of wow factor.
But for a first straight though, yeah.
I don't think I'd like them the first straight. But
no,
that would add some wow factor if you want to be real.
Yeah, I think originally Johan at the time had made the box jump because he wanted to sell it to Vans and have the Vans shoebox or something.
I mean, that's smart.
Of course, it doesn't pan out because no one sponsors BMX, but It's a cool idea.
I mean, it's a great idea, but it doesn't happen. I mean,
It would have
Vans
actually
sponsors BMX.
it would have
not racing.
yeah, it would have actually been really smart.
That would be interesting.
We have another social media check-in. I've thought of it today, or I saw it. Nick so Nick went to France last week. First of all, they had a race in France.
First of all, they're back to racing in Europe. We got a Euro round in Verona coming up. Apparently,
I saw that.
I had no idea about this until somebody posted it the other week, so it wasn't even on my radar.
I wonder what they're gonna do. Like if.
Okay, so I talked to Romain about this quickly. I was like, I asked him if he's going. Doesn't sound like he's going. He was making it sound like not many people are going. I saw that Sylvan's going, but that's inevitable. That dude will go anywhere to race. He could fly to. I mean, he could fly to Russia right now to go race. He probably just wants to do it. But Romain was saying, probably he doesn't think a lot of like big guys are going, top guys. But I bet you there's going to be a lot of people who aren't worried about Olympic points or that kind of stuff that are going just to go.
Yeah,
because they just want to race and they don't. Like, I feel like I say that because I feel like there's a lot of people who are going for the Olympics only that are like, I'll just wait till next year. I'll just train, whatever it is, what it is. But I feel like those other people are like, I just want to race. So they're just going to go and race.
It's so fun for them to race. They haven't raced in so long.
Yeah.
It was funny. Verona's had a bunch of like kind of mean nothing Euro rounds. Like they had, seriously though, they had one like they had the European Championships before Rio, which obviously wasn't a mean nothing, but like a lot of the top guys didn't go because it was right before Rio.
True. Yeah.
Now they have this one where a lot of people aren't going to go.
And I'm sorry, but wasn't Italy the place where shit was hitting the fan?
Yeah, but I guess that was months ago. I don't know how
they must have gotten
under
control.
But yeah, what a cool thing for those people who haven't rode to race now. I think I saw Meryl post about it today too.
Yeah, I saw her post. That's nuts. Like it's not what we did. It's not us. It's like
it's an entire other world that we know nothing about.
Yep.
That none of us know anything about.
I was just gonna ask though. So if it's a Euro round. Normally those UCI points, you were saying, Brendy sent a message in saying that he says that points aren't frozen. First of all, I was going to say, I wonder what kind of points are on the line for Euro round, or if it's just Euro round money, whatever, just a race.
Yeah.
But I also, Brendy, I'm curious now. I don't know if he's listening. I don't know what he means by they're not frozen. I think maybe is he talking about maybe regular UCI points and not Olympic points? Because I think we were all told Olympic points are frozen, and we've seen that criteria. So it'll be interesting if I'm wrong and he is right and whatever. So yeah,
that wouldn't really be super fair, would it be?
No. So that's why I could see if they just had UCI points open, like whatever. That's just it is what it is. It's kind of unfair still.
It still kind of is, yeah.
It still kind of is unfair because, I mean, people can't travel to the races they want to go to go race.
No, especially when it's all about like, spirit of sport and whatever.
Yeah.
But all that crap.
All that crap, yeah. But I would assume that Olympic points are still frozen based off the new criteria, it is what it is kind of deal. We don't need to get into that because people maybe know or don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's interesting. But maybe we'll find that out once the race is over, once I hear more stuff.
Yeah. Want to do true and false?
Yeah, you want to hop into a game, and then we'll get back to the race in France.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
True and false.
All right. Oh, that's my cue.
Drop guy.
It's my cue. It's my cue. I'm not on the right thing right now.
Game show guy.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. That's all you get.
All right. How many you got? I got 5.
You always have more, so you go first. How do you think of 5 that quickly?
I don't know. Just go for it.
All right, go first.
Romain and I once ran through traffic in Paris together.
Oh, yeah. You guys went on a Paris trip. I could see him just like taking off and you fall. Yeah.
We ran through, the Champs-Elysees, most famous like roundabout area in Paris.
Oh, the big roundabout.
Me, him, Joey, and Connor sprinted through that street dodging traffic at like 11 p.m. one night. Like 4 years ago.
That's heavy.
It was so fun. It was so fun.
That's epic. So yeah, true. Okay. Mine. Cam Larson. He's fluent in Spanish, but doesn't tell anybody, so he can listen in on conversations when he wants to, so people don't know.
It sounds made up. False.
Yeah, it's false.
If it was just the Spanish, it's believable.
Oh, okay, fine.
Sam used to eat candy between laps at the races.
This could so easily be either way. I'm just gonna say it's true because he probably did for his little sugar.
Yeah, it's true. That's exactly what he did.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He's the first one who originally told me about that. We were junior.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Connor's going to go take laps in Kurt Busch's NASCAR race or NASCAR after he's done in Rock Hill.
You know, it's believable, but I don't see how you would know this. So false. You need some true ones, James. You need some true ones.
I don't think about things, but he could. Isn't he at? Is that the guy's house?
Dude,
he's
can
at?
we just talk about his backyard, the chipping green?
Is it Kurt Busch or who is it? I don't know. One of the NASCAR.
Kyle, isn't Kyle Busch?
Kyle Busch.
I think it's Kyle Busch.
Well, there's two. I think.
Oh, is it?
Kyle Busch. I don't know. I sound like an idiot. If
I don't
I'm
follow
wrong
NASCAR, so
me neither. Formula One guy. Anyways, his house, dream backyard.
Yeah,
absolute dream. He's got 2 greens, just chipping from one to the other. So sick.
Mansion on a lake by the looks of it too.
Yeah, so sick. Oh, epic.
Merrill just got a legging sponsor. I saw it today.
Is that your true or false?
Yeah, true or false.
Well, I didn't see that. So aren't they already sponsored by a legging thing? They already have their own like athletic gear. So I'm just gonna say false.
Okay, it is false. But what do you mean they have their own athletic gear?
Not their own, but I thought her and her sister were they had this company, like they're a sponsor for like
really?
athletic wear. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think I think they actually do.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know.
I don't know for sure, but anyways. All right. Third one for me. Sam once gave Elise decaf coffee for a week to see if her numbers would change.
False.
Yeah, it's false. Dude,
it's believable.
One of these is true. I'm telling you.
You need to have at least half true, half false, so we know. It's believable. I just defaulted to false because all yours are fucking false.
I don't know these facts about people to put.
Well, it doesn't have to be about people. It can be about anything.
What I don't. Fine.
Anything BMX related.
Do I even do my last one now?
It's my turn. We'll Afro Bob drank flat Coke at the races.
Yeah, I could see. I think he does because I know he's a Coke guy. He maybe didn't want the bubbles, but he wanted the caffeine and sugar. So yeah, sure, true.
He actually used to have bottles of Coke and open them before and flatten them out and then drank them.
Yeah, fair enough. Get the caffeine, get the sugar.
Yeah.
Smart. You don't want the bubbles.
False.
This one's really
just
not
say it. Just say it anyway.
I don't even.
You need to at least have a couple true.
I don't even want to say this one. It's so bad.
This is why Graf thinks this segment sucks. Say which one? What is it?
So Ryan, Lauren's girlfriend, she started playing golf because she needs to get more rotational motion.
That's just the worst one I've ever heard. It costs tracks about $250,000 to host the World Cup.
250,000. I feel like I want to say it's true because when Abbotsford hosted the World Cup, we were 250 grand in debt. So I'm going to say true.
Yeah, it is true. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we were only 150 grand or 100.
A lot of people don't know that, but it actually costs tracks like
a shit ton of money.
250 grand to host the World Cup. So that's why all the World Cups are usually in the same spots, because it's not like they keep awarding World Cups the same. It's not like they keep choosing those. Okay, I'm going to start the sentence again.
Try it again, T. It's okay. Take your time.
There's a reason why the World Cups are at the same tracks. It's not because there's so many tracks applying for the World Cups. Mm-hmm. The World Cups just, I can't fucking talk right now. I don't know what's going on.
This isn't
the World Cups are awarded to the same tracks, bottom line, because those are the only tracks applying. There's not a whole lot of tracks applying because it's so expensive. So that's why they're at the same place. It's not like UCI is just giving them the same tracks over other tracks.
Yep.
Oh my God, that was exhausting. Holy shit.
Do you feel better now for
I don't
getting
know
it out?
why I couldn't talk.
Do you feel better now for getting it out though? That's good. I'm glad.
Because the same tracks are the ones that can afford it. Like Papinel can afford it, I guess. They probably get, I think they break even, I heard, because they have like the festival and stuff. They do a good job of promoting it. So I think they break even.
Okay. I'm sure they probably get grants. Like the tracks probably get a grant from wherever.
Yeah, and they do a good job of promotion and with the festival. And then I think like Santiago del Estero would get a lot of money from the city and the area, so they could afford to do it.
Okay.
Where else do we have World Cups? Rock Hill gets a shit ton of money from the city.
Yeah, because they love it. They do get a lot of money.
They would 100% lose money on the World Cups, but I think that the city gives a lot of money to the track.
Mm-hmm.
And because the cities have budget for like tourism and that kind of stuff.
Yep, fair.
I remember hearing too, like Oldsmar when they were applying this, because they had a lot of money, I guess, from the city to try and get a World Cup. But then when they weighed, for instance, a World Cup versus a USA BMX National, they made like, I think the gross probably like $2 million from the USA BMX series in the city because so many people come and travel to it, and hotels and restaurants and everything.
Wow.
Whereas the World Cups, it's not like there's just not the draw. So like they would maybe barely make it back. So it made way more sense to them just to host USA BMX races. Interesting, huh?
Yeah, it is interesting. It does make a lot of sense though.
Yeah. So like the cities that, like I said, the cities that get money or whatever can afford it, but otherwise not. Like you can't get, I feel like I'm just talking in circles right now.
No, I understand what you're getting.
Yeah,
I think you made your point. I chuckled there because I looked in the comments here, and Christopher Anderson was like, Del Estero got 250K. I mean, what are other events they got going around?
Well, the
that
cities
city?
have money for like they got budget set aside for like tourism, for sport, blah blah blah. So
Yeah.
if the city has the budget, it's already been approved from like whatever the money they have. So they just let's just spend it on here.
Yeah.
And I could see Del Estero making decent money off it because it's on Argentinian TV and there's a lot of people that go to watch it.
Yeah.
And we probably brings in a lot of tourism income to the city with everyone coming and restaurants and hotels and all that.
Yeah, that's the huge part. Like, how many people go to these events, go to the restaurants, go to the hotels? They spend a lot of money in the city.
Yeah.
Coffee shops every day.
Not to mention the people watching in Del Estero. And there's quite a few people watching.
That's true. A lot of people do watch that one. Yeah.
So a lot of people are like, oh, why aren't there World Cups in Chula or Abbotsford or wherever?
We're just not getting the grants to be able to.
The money has to come from somewhere. And if people, like an investor per se, sure, you get it from an investor, but they're not going to make it back.
No, exactly. That's the thing.
Realistically, they're not going to.
No.
So
you need to get it from the city where it's basically just not free money, but like it's basically free money that they can host the event. And so
that's a lot of money you have to bring in to cover expenses.
It is
like, $250K to actually just cover.
Yeah. I remember the one in Abbotsford there, they had the huge medical truck too that came in, and that the medical unit truck it was probably the most top of the line medical unit of all time.
Hashtag unnecessary because
we had a bunch of hospitals very
so
close
many
by.
hospitals. Yeah. Like Del Estero all day.
Please, like if you could get that to Del Estero, like please do
like
that.
Ship that medical surgical unit to Del Estero.
Like they had room to do surgeries in the
they could have literally done surgeries there, which is
insane.
First of all, it's awesome, but
like
Canada has great healthcare and there's hospitals everywhere. Whereas Del Estero, like you don't want to get hurt there.
Unfortunately, you're right. Yeah.
Over the years of racing, I kind of had the thought in the back of my head, like, what if there's a serious injury there? Knock on wood. But like, what are the hospitals like? I heard some bad stories. I think from Alfredo or someone went, and there was like blood in the hallways and stuff, and it just wasn't great.
It doesn't sound awesome, no.
But like, what are we expecting there?
Exactly. That's also the thing too. You can't expect that you're going to come here and you're just going to get, I don't know, like top of the line. It's just what it is. Like we understand how far it is to get there, and different culture, different city.
But Rick Barr, who's the head medic at the races, like, first of all, he's American, but he lives in Santiago del Estero because he married an Argentinian woman. Anyway, cool guy. He does a great job of the races. He'll go to the race, I think, beforehand and do his research and scout out the best hospitals and like approve those so they know like where to take the riders that obviously get critically injured.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. I learned that
is smart.
I learned that in South Africa when I ruptured my spleen like 10 years ago.
All right.
Like they go into the areas before and find the best hospitals, whatever. So in like South Africa, I was, it's a little concerning too because it's a developing nation. But it was a really nice private hospital and actually got really good care. So
all right.
Yeah. I mean, in our sport, that's just really important.
Yeah, honestly, it really is. It's just bound to happen.
So. Yeah, it is.
The whole time we were chatting there, I was just trying to look on the UCI about those points, but it is what it is. Can't find it right now. We'll do it later.
And it's just kind of one of those things at this point, you know?
Kind of just is what it is. Racing in France. Yeah, the race went off in France.
Yeah.
I can't remember who. It was like a little cup race. They just Pro-Am cup race thing. Who Diggs Tracks maybe did it.
Who is Dig Tracks?
Brothers. French brothers.
Go Days.
Yeah, I think
okay.
He does, I think.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of them, obviously, like Sylvan and them support him, sponsored by him, help him out.
Yeah.
Whatnot. Event looked cool. Looked like a really tight little track, but good first straight. First turn was a little tight and weird. Small second straight. Weird last turn, but good fun event. I'm sure there's a ton of French people there. I'm not sure if it was pro only, but I watched the pro races. It looked pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
Final looked exciting. Saw Mayette, Romain, Sylvan all in the final. Looked good final.
Yeah, I didn't actually see that. I only saw Nick's B final. Who won the A final?
Sylvan ended up winning the final. Romain hit the gate or spun on the gate, one of the two. Mayette got a good start, over pedal manual the first jump. Sylvan got it clean and then just got him to the turn and then just took it home from there. But yes, B final. Nick was in the B final. Not sure what happened to Nick to get in the B final.
I was wondering that too, but he lit up at the B final.
He smoked.
Oh my
he
God.
lit him up from the outside.
He looked like he was racing 18 expert, 16 expert.
He looked like he was in the 16th final of World Cup.
Just a man among boys.
Yeah, which is annoying because he's done that in the final of a World Cup too. Which is insane.
It just looks like he's out for like first round of the World Cup, just lighting dudes on fire.
Like it's not fair when he does that. It's just rude. It is kind of rude.
He picks 8. Just
fuck it. I don't need the inside.
You boys ready to see something special over here?
Wrong thing. Yeah, that was insane. But yeah, we were talking. Should they have B finals?
Yeah. So I was thinking that, and I posted that on my story today.
You did, yeah.
And I got a lot of responses.
Did you really? Okay.
Yeah,
so
I
I'd
got
like to
a
hear
real mixed bag, and I had some actually interesting conversations with people.
Okay. I'll start off with mine. I think it's a good idea. I mean, I don't think it's something that needs to be at every race, but I think it's a great idea. It helps sponsors. It helps people get aware of these other riders, because a lot of times you see people go out, they watch the semifinals, the top 4, and that's all you know. You don't realize that these other dudes were in that race and they were hauling ass all day.
Yeah.
So why not give them a B final? I mean, we don't have the money to provide money for them to make it worth it. Unfortunately, that's the problem, I think. But it would be great if we could, because it gives people exposure, another chance to race, and then we can have a top 16 at the races.
Oh no!
It just bumped, didn't it?
Did it move?
Probably, but just wait. Let's see.
Let's see.
It's going to come up late on our feed here.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh, I knocked it. One sec.
All right. Give it a little tilt back. Okay, we're adjusting the camera right now for people that are only listening to the podcast.
Okay, now it should be good. We're gonna wait 5 seconds to see if it's good.
We got a little delay. We got to wait. Here we
go. No,
here we go.
Move it. Come on,
here
Terry.
we go.
Come through, baby. Come through.
I mean, it's not perfect, but it'll do.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's pretty dialed.
That actually looks
pretty dialed.
I think it's fine.
I think it's tilt them more. I think it's a good way for just more people to get exposure, more companies to get exposure with their riders in another final. So it's something. Yeah. What do you think?
I had some good conversations with people on Instagram this morning. Some people said yes, and some people said no. Some people, like Rhonda, actually messaged me and said yes. Like, for instance, she made a good point. Snowboard cross and ski cross do it. And I was talking with the guys at Tangent, and they messaged me and said, sure, why not? Gives a definitive 9-16, and at bigger races, athletes don't have to feel so defeated for not making out of a semi. What's a couple extra minutes hurt? Yeah. And then I was talking to Nick about it too, and he said kind of the same thing. Like, at least you can end on a high too, because he obviously won the B final. So instead of just being pissed he didn't make it, you'd be like, well, I won the B final. Yeah. It's not like obviously like the A final, but
and let's be real. A top 16 in a World Cup these days is nothing to shy away from. That's a solid result.
It's good.
So why not get a little bit of reward in the sense that you got to go up for one B final and get a good result in the B final? Like, why not?
And then I replied back to the Tangent guy, said, I agree, except if I get 5th in a semi, I don't want to race for 9th when I'm upset and tired, and also for no money, really, especially on Supercross track, because it's also more dangerous. And they replied back and said, racers race.
Yeah, it's fair.
And then they're like, yeah, no money wouldn't be cool. Would still need some purse, but BMX doesn't, like, there's not obviously a whole lot of purse money. So yeah, they're saying, like,
if you're pissed off and don't want to race, well, fuck off then.
You could, but
you can just don't have to race. Like,
but if there's not really any person, what's the point?
Exposure, sponsor obligations. Maybe more exposure means sponsors are able to pay more because they think that there's more chance to get exposure in a type of final.
Yeah, there is that. There's that aspect. To play devil's advocate, I guess if you're racing for no money and just for 9th to 16th, like, who really cares? Because if you're not in the final, I always viewed, like, whether I get 5th in the semi or 8th in the semi, I don't give a shit. Like, because I'm not in the main, I don't really care. It doesn't count.
Yeah, I think about that as well.
And then it's like you have to race an extra lap for nothing really, and there's obviously more risk to it another lap.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, the other side of it.
Yeah.
But it is kind of cool to have like a definitive 9 to 16th, but it's just something in BMX we've never said, like, oh, I got 10th at a World Cup.
Oh, that's the thing, because we don't have a final. Or we don't have a B final. But how many other sports? Like, I know road is ridiculous, but road will be like, oh, I got like 32nd today. Like, it'll be like pretty good. I got 32nd.
People ask us how you did if you didn't make the main. You're like, well, I
did
got
shit.
quartered or like the semi. Yeah.
But then quarter could actually be like, you got like 24th.
Yeah.
You got 20th. And when there's 120 guys at a race, that's pretty fucking good if you ask me. So
someone said it may take away from the A final. Can't remember who said that to me. I don't think it would take away from the A. I think it would add actually a little bit extra show, because then people would get an extra main to watch. Like, that might actually be kind of cool.
I agree. I think like, yeah, it's a big thing. I think it would be like, hey guys, like, this is the B final, and now get ready. Like, this is the A final.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. So our sport, it's tough to get it broadcasted because there's a lot of delay and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
So what if this was like a filler before the final?
Yeah.
So, like, yes, you're going to make guys go earlier and they're going to be more tired, but who cares? You're not in the A final. You get less of a break. Run it. Be a little bit tired. It fills the gap. Maybe it provides more opportunity to be on TV. Maybe it provides more opportunity for sponsorship. Maybe it snowballs.
I think
we're always looking for these possibilities. We're not negative people. We're always trying to find solutions.
Yeah.
What if this is an option?
It could work, but I think what would be fair to do, especially if you have to do an extra lap when you're from 9 to 16, is increase the prize money a bit from 9 to 16, considering you're basically running a B final.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. Yeah, maybe make something worth it.
Yeah.
But yeah, because you could definitely, I think you could do that. Because if there was a B final for their women too, I mean, there's not as many racers in the women, but you'd have to do equal.
Yeah.
Do them, have a B final. Once again, provides more of a break before you go into the A finals.
Add some hype. It'd be
Add some hype. You have
as a fan, I would like to watch a B final.
more. Yeah, I would too, because I love watching races. Anything from like even eighths nowadays, anything eighths in, like there's excitement
and honestly,
all the time.
There's not really a speed difference between B and A final. It's pretty much the exact same.
Who got out good that day on that race?
Yeah.
That's all it is.
It's literally like if you showed two finals, a B final, A final, and didn't tell someone which one was which, they just it'd be a 50-50 guess because
no idea.
No,
legit, you could show a semifinal, and a lot of the times people are like, "Oh, fucking what a main," and it's like, wait a second, no, it's not.
Yeah, it doesn't
straight up.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So either way, though,
absolutely,
it's all about.
That's all it is about.
That's all it's about. So yeah, it is what it is. I think it's an idea that maybe someone to look into. It'd be cool to get implemented. So,
side note, Brendan just texted me about the UCI points.
Fantastic. Thanks for, you know what, Brendan?
You know what?
Thanks for messaging. And
fucking rights, Brendan.
That's what I'm talking about. This is why we love having a live show.
Yeah. To summarize the changes, the rankings were officially suspended from 17 March to 30th of June, creating a 15-week gap. To address this, rankings will be calculated based on results from the preceding 67 weeks until June 22nd, 2021. When they will revert to the normal 52 weeks. The points from any national championships that take place in 2020 will be added to the rankings at the end of the year. Note, all of the 2020 Canadian championships other than track have been canceled, so we will lose all of those points.
So once again, I go back to the question, Brendy. Is this for UCI ranking or is this for Olympic qualification ranking? Because your UCI points go towards your Olympic ranking, but I believe that Olympic ranking was what was locked in as of March 3rd. And then I believe they only added the Worlds if they happened this year, which they didn't. So those were off the table. And then 2 World
Year's
Cup
not over
weekends,
yet. You never know.
And 2 World Cup weekends from next year. No, they were canceled.
I heard the Worlds might happen in December.
Oh, I think it was December 31st, right? Because they needed to get the Worlds in December 31st.
Brandon says UCI. I guess not Olympic points.
Okay. So that makes sense.
Yeah,
100% it makes sense. Unfortunate because Canada doesn't have any races now. I think that's a bummer, but what are you supposed to do? At the end of the day, races are they need to get going eventually, and people need to adapt, and that's what UCI is doing with the races. So, yeah, it is what it is, I think.
Yeah.
Kind of a bummer that we can't really, we could go partake in them, but it's going to be a lot of travel and quarantining involved and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How quickly in this whole show do you think McClintock stopped listening because we started talking about COVID stuff again?
We didn't even really talk about COVID stuff. It was all BMX related.
Maybe with Jake we did, but I bet you because Jake was talking, he was listening.
You think McClintock was listening?
I hope so. Maybe not live, but I hope he's listening back to the podcast.
Chris was trying to call in.
It didn't work. We'll try
again.
Let's get the phone opened up again for you here, Chris. Give it another try.
Try again, Chris.
I don't know why it's having issues, but it is what it is.
It is just one of those things at this point.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, we had a rant we thought of this rant as we were on Instagram, as we do.
Oh, yeah.
People resharing shared stories. So you post a story, someone shares your shared story. Someone shares your story, and then you reshare the share. Stop doing that, people.
Cut it out. Lock it up.
You posted the original one. You don't have to reshare the share.
Like, I get it that maybe you're stoked that the person shared your story, but like, don't do that.
Stop.
Just stop.
It's dumb.
If you see a share of a reshare, like, no, it's annoying. I don't want that.
There he is. Caller number 2.
Hey, what's good?
Hey, how's it going? Who we got?
It's Christopher Anderson.
Hey, Chris, how's it going, buddy?
Chris, we're gonna have to lock up that audio, pal. We can hear ourselves in the background.
And a bit of reverb.
Is it better now?
I think so.
Is it better now?
Nope.
Hey, we'll just have to work through.
Yeah, it's fine. It is what it is.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from San Diego.
Yeah, sunny San Diego.
How is it down there? Tori's excited to be coming down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the weather was nice. We did one of those morning sessions at Chula, and it was really cool.
Oh, that's cool. Have you rode Tyler's not new track, but Kearney since Tyler took it over?
Oh, my bike just broke. My Escort broke, unfortunately.
Shoot.
And
those aren't supposed to break.
No, I just bought it too.
Dang it.
Shoot.
And what happened was, like my brake struts. Anyways, it's the one day that I didn't get to go to Kearney, and they just put in the new gate that I heard about for like a week and a half. Tyler was like, "Oh, it's getting finished welding," so I was looking forward to it because the original gate was kind of janky. So it's good now.
They must not have had a Pro Gate Europe, did they?
No, they
They
didn't.
didn't.
They had
I
one of
think
those
it's a Pro
super
Gate.
old school like cheese grater gates, huh?
Oh, those ones that rip your tires apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one step above those solid concrete pads.
Oh, yeah.
You know what the worst one is? A Phoenix. Black Mountain.
Yeah,
That is the biggest piece of shit gate. Seriously, I like Phoenix. The people there are nice, but that is the biggest piece of shit gate in the world.
Yeah, my back tire goes off the grate every
Dude,
time. Like I can't keep my bike
it's
straight enough off
crazy.
the start.
And then it's
it on the
super.
grate.
Some gates are like missing teeth and it's bumpy. That gate sucks.
Yeah, not good.
How does a track that holds good nationals have that bad of a gate? Like
I don't get it either. Like they should have a rule where you have to at least upgrade it a little bit because I don't see why you can have a national with a gate like that.
I don't know.
Like in today's age, come on.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Like lock it up, people.
Lock it up. We need consistency here. Lock it up.
We need a little. All we're asking for is a little bit of quality there.
Just a little bit. Chris, you're the one that sent us in the talking about the box jump. What are your thoughts on it? You want to see a box jump on a Supercross track?
Oh yeah. So we know the whole problem about like we need BMX to get bigger. You know that it's like a smaller sport. We want more publicity.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that when you look at the box jump, it's such a badass part of the track, and I feel like the spectators would draw near. But at the same time, like I feel like it got a bad rap because originally, like that post I sent you in Madrid, like that was a tiny track. That was a tiny track.
Yeah.
And them sticking a box jump kind of sounded a little or looked a little careless. But I feel like if they, like I said, if they put it on like a bigger track like Papendal, but they made it like not longer, but the launch pad or the jump onto it wouldn't be as steep, so you could carry actual speed, but there'd be more room, like you guys are saying at the beginning of the podcast, like you can carry more speed and it wouldn't be kind of like a hazard.
I do agree with you.
I like it. Yeah, I like
and
it.
I was very much negative with it right off the bat when I was like, no way, we can't implement this. Like, look how bad it is. But you're right. If you adjusted it into a position that would actually carry more speed over it, maybe it's not as tall, I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
It's I mean, I want to ride it. Like, I really do. I've never been on one, and I'm kind of like, yeah.
It does look fun just to ride. Like, to ride it, it was like cool feature, something different.
It wasn't cool at Papendal when they had the container.
Yeah, that's where it gets
horrific.
So that's the silly part. That's not implemented properly.
The Olympic one was the best one because it actually had like a downside and then a lip to jump off, so you could hold good speed.
Yeah.
So that one was fine.
That was the it got better.
It got better and it still like was a little so-so.
Yeah. But let's see it on a second straight. You know what? Let's see it after the O show. Maybe people start switching their tracks up. Let's see it on a second straight. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be a good idea. Hey, Tori, are you coming to Chula?
I'll be in San Diego, but yeah, I might be out Chula once in a while. Be good to see you.
Yeah, totally. I hope I get my bike fixed by then. All the shops are like 2 weeks of waiting time because of COVID, and everybody's getting into biking down here.
Yeah,
and it's impossible to find a person to like tweak with your bike because I don't have a rethreading tool, especially on aluminum, and that's a whole another story. But yeah, totally.
Damn.
Try riding Kearney. The turns are, I can't say living hell, but it's so bumpy. But like Tyler's doing a great job. I mean, they are dirt turns. And they're super tight. Like he does a tremendous job, like getting everybody out in the tracks. It's open. He does like a 2 switch off. Like one day is Kearney and one day is Chula, and he does it every day except for Sunday. So we're all we're all really blessed from that.
No kidding. Yeah.
We're all hyped. But like that track is crazy. Like I do like Kearney, but I'm glad the gate is fixed because the original gate, it was like lane 1 and 2. If you were to put your tire in the middle of, the part where you put it,
in the valley,
you put it in the valley, yeah.
Put it in the valley, yeah.
Between the teeth,
yeah. Your bar end would touch the other person's bar end.
Oh boy!
And it was,
that's not great.
That is tight.
Some bar banging USA BMX right there.
Yeah, it was the same thing with like lane 4 or 7, and I looked at my moto sheet for a local race a couple weeks ago, and I had both of them for the first round and main. I was like, thanks, sounds great.
Right on.
Yeah. See you at the kink.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. 8 wide into that second turn is crazy. That's speed.
No kidding. All right, man. Well, thanks for calling in, man.
Hey, no problem.
All right, man. You take care. Maybe I'll see you if I come out to Chula.
You too. I'll be there.
All right, man. Talk soon. See ya.
See ya.
Friend of the show, Chris Anderson, sent us the nice video of the box jump in Madrid.
Yeah, that was entertaining to watch.
Chad Romans just commented in the chat, maybe more like a double or double off instead of a step up, step down. That could work.
Double on, double off. I mean, it is kind of, yeah.
That
That's kind of what I'm thinking when I'm talking about it is jump on, jump off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could work. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Right on. Saw that the Dutchies were having a big ride day out at Papendal, getting ready.
I saw that
for Worlds next year. They're kind of just doing a little promotional ride, I think.
No, it's cool. Like a lot of even at the camps we did, a lot of the families were like, "Oh, we're gonna go to Papendal next year." I thought that was so cool.
That was really cool to hear.
I think it's really cool that they're going to be able to see a World Cup track we always race because they've probably seen it on video so many times.
Yep.
And now they're actually going to be able to see like Papendal, which I think is so sick. I think it's cool when they do it at a Supercross track that we race at World Cups and people never get to see. I really like when they have a World Championships at those tracks.
I really agree because then they can say they've been to Papendal.
Yeah.
They want to talk about Papendal. They want to watch races from Papendal. They can say, "Oh, I've been there," and blah blah blah. I think that's awesome.
It's kind of a famous track that they now get to see, and they get to see all the pros race, which I think is awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, how cool is it that they are able to put on such a BMX is big enough for them in Holland around Papendal that they can put on an event like that to get everything hyped up for the Worlds next year. I think that's so cool.
Yeah,
that's where we want BMX to be around the world.
Sport in Holland's big. Like sport in general, like they take Olympic sport and sport in general seriously, and they do a really good job of it.
They do, right?
Like they're a small country. They don't have a big population, and they kill it in sport.
That's so cool.
Like Holland's got it figured out with the whole training center, and it seems like they got good funding for sports. Like it seems like they really have it figured out.
Yeah. I mean, they'll probably say they want it better, but like at the end of the day,
well, it could always be better.
But comparing it to other sports organizations, they seem to be doing a crackerjack job.
They got good people, they got good staff, good facilities. They support their athletes.
Yeah.
It seems like even some athletes get some good media stuff, even not in a non-Olympic year, which a lot of time you don't see in other countries.
Yep.
Like Canada specifically, you don't really see that in Canada.
No, you don't,
unless you're a mainstream sport.
Yep.
But they seem to do a good job of it in Holland. So I think it's cool they're hyping up the Worlds. And I bet the Worlds will be pretty big in Holland. Like Holland, like we said, Holland's big in sport, but especially in BMX, that's going to be a big Worlds. Like Rotterdam was sick.
Rotterdam was sick. Zolder, like close enough.
Yeah, it was cool too.
Like they're going to do it right. It's going to be a huge event. I think it's going to be awesome.
I think it's going to be really cool too. I'm excited to go watch it.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
We have anything else before we do some one words?
We got a couple more. I was just reading the old Insta chatter. Oh boy, Josh Myers was
Yeah, I messaged him.
Okay.
Yeah, I messaged him. He was looking for the link, and I told him to go to mine. Good.
Just call in, Josh. Let's have a chat. He's
on
our.
Brendan messaged me again. He said this was also added for Olympic points, so it might be interesting.
That's interesting. So he sent me something too, Brendan. I was trying to read it during it, and I'm terrible at trying to read stuff while we're having these conversations.
Yeah, read it out.
But no, it doesn't really say anything. He says, "Here's what they've posted under Olympics," and it's BMX racing, race and freestyle. 67-week rule applies.
You messaged me that
to the rankings published from August 25th. So I don't really know what that means, Brendy, but that's fine. Like I'll probably just look it up and read about it later. Because that's obviously, I think the whole reason of them freezing the Olympic points is because they know it's not fair right now. US can't travel to get their points.
Yeah.
People aren't traveling to get their points, and that's why they did what they did. So it's a little interesting.
Yeah.
As somebody that's racing, I like to know these things. So I'll look it up and figure it out later. So, yeah.
Hashtag Olympic points, baby.
Hashtag, Olympic grind.
Yeah. Everyone just has the UCI Olympic points thing on their fridge. Where am I at? Where am I at? It's like a 2-year stressful process.
Seriously, that is.
It's like always on everyone's mind.
Yeah. You know it very well. It is.
That's super tough.
So I rode the local track the other day, and I forgot just how tiring it is sometimes to ride local tracks and constantly be grinding for trying to find that speed around the track. So my local track in North Van, got some small turns. First turn's pretty low to the ground. You come out of the turn, it's kind of uphill second straight. And I was just doing some 1-2s. And man, I was working off every jump, trying to just like maintain speed, like gain speed up the straightaway because it's a little bit uphill. And I kind of like from riding Abbotsford all the time and riding these big supercross tracks, you forget how much you got to work on these small tracks sometimes.
Yeah.
And, we related it to golf. We're not a golf podcast, but, it is what it is.
Hey, we need our weekly golf check-in.
Yeah, it is what it is. We relate it to golf. And
Ariel, you can fast forward now.
But when you play golf, sometimes you play from a closer tee to find new skills to work on and work on different shots that you normally wouldn't work on from a back tee. And that's what you were doing, you're saying.
Yeah.
And we related that to the track here. Like riding a small track, I mean, you work on different skills that you use on the big track, but maybe not as much, and they're not as important, but you really dial them in on the small tracks before you take them to the big tracks.
Yes. So I completely lost my train of thought.
I talked for a while. Sorry.
I completely lost what I was going to say, but my point was.
You want me to repeat all that?
Oh, no, it's back. It's back. It's back.
You
have to react really quick on small tracks. Like if you go balls out on your local track, boy, you have to react fast to tiny little jumps. You get super reactive. You really have to stay central forward on your bike. If you get seated back, you're just going to be a bucking bronco and just go all over the yard.
100%.
You really need to be really reactive. You need to really rip through whoever tried calling in again. It rang for like a second and stopped.
I think there's something with the phone. If it's not open, it doesn't get the call.
So weird.
I don't get it.
Open it.
Okay.
Oh, it's open. All right. Whoever called in, call in again. I think it should work now.
Okay.
But yeah, you have to be really reactive or else it's not going to work. Plus, you really have to push on your pedals. You have to really accelerate because Supercross, some tracks, you get a bit lazy because the speed's so high.
You just turn the legs.
You kind of just float stuff and whatever. Caller number 3.
These guys right here.
Josh Myers, how's it going?
What's up, fellas?
Man, how are you doing?
Just living the dream, man. Just living the dream.
Yes,
dad, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, you got some really cute kids. I saw the photos you posted recently.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate that.
What have you been up to lately? What's life been down in? Are you in Florida still right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's life been like?
Oh, it's hotter in Africa, man. I mean,
Florida. Yeah. Fuck.
I literally just went on a run with a sweatshirt on, and I ran 2 miles, and I think I lost like 3 pounds.
Oh my God, that'd be brutal.
Where in Florida? Are you still in Tampa area?
Still in the same, in the same spot. I moved up to Michigan and then moved back and bought a house, flipped it, and moved up there with my wife's family and stuff. And then she was just miserable. She didn't want to be there anymore, so we moved back here and bought a house and blah blah blah.
Oh, nice.
Right on.
Yeah, that's awesome. What do you do for work these days?
I do fire inspections. Like
cool.
I inspect like kitchen systems and fire extinguishers and all that fun stuff, but pays the bills,
Yeah, good for you, man.
Does the job.
Do you you miss BMX at all? You've been out for a while, but do you miss racing and stuff?
Lately I do.
Yeah.
I kind of want to ride again, but the concussion stuff, man. It's no joke, but
because I think last time I was in Oldsmar, weren't you telling me you had some concussions too? Were we talking about it?
Shit, man. I had I'm at like 30.
Fuck.
And I went through, I don't know what you've been through, but that shit's no joke, man. Like the best thing is like, brain activity, and I see numbers every day and that helps. But other than that, man, it's just keeping the brain working the same way your body is.
Yeah, totally.
At this point, I feel like, when you have kids and you have your family, like you want to just spend time with them. Like you don't need to put that risk into your life to go do that.
Yeah. And it's like, if I hop back, thank God for John, he gave me a bike again, but it's like, man, it's whenever my kid wants to go ride around the neighborhood, we just go ride around and I'm on the same bike he is. He's got a little S squared, red S squared. And I got a red S squared, so we'll see what he wants to do, and if he wants to do it, and cool. If he doesn't, whatever.
Does he like going to the track?
I took him to Sarasota back when the National was there, and it was like back in February.
Yeah,
and he literally couldn't even get him off that track. So all I did was I went out and I bought my first BMX helmet I've ever bought in my life. I bought it that day for him.
Right on.
That's sick. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. But other than that, man, he just I haven't had time to really do it. But
I love hearing the stories when it comes full circle. Like,
the pros so cool.
And like the people that we know and I watch and like seeing their kids start to ride. I think that's so cool to me.
How does it feel like watching your kid ride now after you rode for so many years?
Dude, it's fucking stressful, man.
I bet. Yeah.
You want to tell them what to do, but you're at the same time, I'm like, our dads kind of pushed us, like they helped us, they were like, don't be a bitch, don't be a pussy, jump this, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm at a point where if I push him to do something, he's not going to want to do it. You know, it's just, that's the way the kids are. And I'm like, all right, I'm just going to give him all the tools. Like I bought a surfboard for him, like a big soft top. I'll push him into waves. He loves it. You know, the Strider, the pedal bike. And then my other one, my youngest, he just follows in the footsteps. I mean, he's just, to be completely honest, I think he's going to just fight for a living, but that's besides the point. Because the little one just beats the hell out of the older one.
I think kids too, like on the track, like they just go out and ride and just rip, and they don't know like how dangerous the sport is. But as a parent or older people, we know what can happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's stressful, bro.
They just
it's
send
so
it.
Stressful.
Yeah,
because like I don't want him to get hurt, but at the same time, like, all right, well, if he gets hurt, then if he wants to jump off this rock, then okay, let's let him jump off this rock.
He'll learn quickly himself. He'll learn.
It's not too late, man. Put a golf club in his hands.
Oh, dude, everybody says that. They're like,
golf.
Oh, put him in golf.
Yeah.
It's funny. My grandpa, who my grandma remarried, it was her high school sweetheart. He was a senior PGA guy.
Ooh.
And man, going to Atlanta, like I go to Atlanta and I'll play with him. And no offense, I fucking suck, but I mean, you guys are way better than I am, but it's enjoyable. I like to sit back and drink beer and, you know, all that good stuff.
That's the good thing about golf.
I'm telling you, when I'm a parent, I'm going to give my kids the option to do whatever they want, but the two options they're going to get to do are, you know, tennis and golf. They get two.
Everybody says that, tennis and golf.
They're the country clubs, a lot of money, you know, they're just pretty simple. I don't know.
You can make a lot of money in the sport if you're good. Plus, like the risk of a high impact injury is very low.
And
like in golf, we're talking very low.
What about tennis elbow? I mean, that's pretty serious, man.
We're all just trying to make it not sound like a joke.
You tweak your back a little.
Yeah. Dude, I couldn't literally walk the next day after golfing. Like I golfed 18 holes. Like
it's tiring. Like especially if you walk full 18 and play, it's tiring.
Well, I had to drink a full 18 just to make it through 18.
It's the only thing that got you around the course.
Oh yeah, and that fact that the water moccasins were the size round as my arm.
Water moccasins?
You guys don't have them up there.
No, what are they?
They're like super venomous snakes that are everywhere in the south.
Oh shit!
No, thank you.
You guys have some gnarly creatures there,
dude. You guys got to look up like golf courses around Tampa. Like, there's so many alligators and shit that are on the courses.
Speaking of which, I was at the driving range today, and I look up, and there's two bears wrestling on the driving range, and then they start tearing down. You know, there's like 100, 150 yard markers, 200 yard markers on the range. Yeah. They start ripping those down. So they They rip down they rip down the 100 yard marker, and they go to the 150 they're playing. They start ripping down the 150 marker, and everyone's just watching. And they start ripping down all the markers on the range, and they just go back in the bush.
Holy shit!
That's
I saw
insane.
that video you posted of like, I don't know, you stopped at some cafe like out in the middle of BFE in Canada from like some clinic you're doing.
Yeah,
that place looked badass.
Oh, in Jasper, yeah, super cool.
Yeah.
Shit.
The amount of wildlife you see out there is
but we get bears in my yard quite often. It's pretty common to see bears around.
Mm-hmm.
Can you like kill them?
It's illegal, I think.
Yeah, it's illegal.
These ones are I don't know what it is. These ones are just brown bears, and those ones, they really don't do much harm. They're just like, they just roam around looking for food and trash, and then just run back away. That's all these ones really do.
They're really docile. Like it won't ever attack you unless you try to attack it or like try to
or
kill
if you get
cubs.
between the cub and the mom.
However, though, I think people get mixed up between black bears and grizzly bears. Grizzly bears live more in the mountains, and you don't want to fuck with those.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I said brown bears. There's also a difference between black bears and brown bears.
Is there? What's the difference?
We have black bears that are the docile ones. The brown bears are the not good ones.
We have
brown bears too, don't we?
Not in Lower Mainland.
Oh, we don't?
Up maybe north towards Alberta, maybe, but like not here.
Okay.
Yeah, we have black bears down here, but I mean, nothing like, the size that you guys have.
Yeah, some of them get pretty big. There's one golf course we played a bunch of times this year. Like we saw a bunch wrestling on the fairway behind us. Then we walked to the green after the tee box. We looked back, and the thing's just on the tee box looking at us.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
That was epic.
But it's funny. Like we don't think twice about it because we see them so often. It's just it's not really a big deal. Yeah. It's probably like you guys seeing an alligator. You might not think it's as big of a deal.
My stepdad was golfing I think it was like last year, and he was like, I don't know where they were at, but they were at some course, and they go around the fairway and they drive up, and then, you know, they do their drive, and then they go around, and it kind of dog legs, and they get up there, and there's like a 10-foot gator in the middle of the fairway.
Oh my God.
Just chilling. And he's like, well, I mean, I guess I'll take a drop on this one.
Maybe I just write down a par for this hole and go to the next one.
No, I was gonna. Go ahead.
But they're so common. They're everywhere.
It's like black bears here, probably.
Yeah, probably the exact same.
Yeah. I was thinking about this randomly this week, and you're the perfect guy to ask. So in Florida, why do people have? You don't really see this anywhere else, but like on their backyard pools, they have like that glass, like I don't know what you call it. It's glass like dome or like, you know what I mean?
Like
the pool
enclosure.
Yeah. Why do you have the glass? Is it to keep gators and bugs and stuff out, or why do you have it?
Fuck, man, just to keep bugs and like pollen out of your pool. I mean, like leaves and, you know, your oak trees. It just fills your filter full of shit. Like you got to clean your filter twice a day.
Okay,
makes complete sense.
Makes sense. Yeah, I was wondering maybe it was to keep alligators and stuff out, but I've only ever seen it really in Florida, I think.
I mean, honestly, bro, there's alligators everywhere. Like they're everywhere.
They got a lot of them down there.
Yeah, I remember seeing about the Oldmar track in that little swamp.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. That place is smothered with them, dude.
Oh, I can imagine.
It's so cool. Yeah.
You know, I got a question for you, Josh. Did you ever ride the Madrid box jump?
Yeah, Josh was there.
That was my first Supercross. That was my first international flight.
Oh, that's a good first Supercross.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, I loved it. Like, I was riding on such hype, man. Like, and I was riding so good, and then all of a sudden, I just, you know, I blew it in the fucking semi, and I was like, oh, all right, I'm a dickhead. And I don't know, just go from third to whatever, from third to sixth, and I don't know what I did. I did something in the first turn or something like that. I think Ramiro put me up in the first turn, and then like 6 people went under me. I was like, oh, sweet.
Yeah, sounds like Supercross.
Yeah. I can tell you what, I don't really miss that. You know, I miss the days of you know, ABA Grands and, you know, Little Hills, and, you know, it was fun, man. Like we all had a blast. Like it's funny, you know, now that I'm older and I see all these people and what they're doing, and it's like, I didn't realize how little friends I had at home.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck, now I have no one to hang out with.
It's so true, though.
It's so true, because like all the BMXers, you have so much in common, and then you just get along so well. And that's like your family.
Yeah. And then, I mean, that was, you know, you know, growing up as kids, you're like, all right, you go to the track, like, all right, it's this local race, that local race as you're, you know, younger. And then the whole local scene just went away. And like, I always listen to you guys talk, and I work overnight sometimes, and I drive to Orlando and back to do inspections, and I always listen to you guys on the way there, and then I'll listen to another episode on the way back. And it's funny, you know, no one ever talks about like the old days besides like Herman. You know, he kind of mentioned on it a little bit, and like the local scene is what really created who we are. Mm-hmm. And you know, it's fucking gone. Like, you used to go to a local race, and I remember going to Sarasota on a Friday night with my dad, and there was fucking 60 motos.
Wow.
At a local race.
Yeah.
Like, there's some nationals now that don't even have 60 motos.
It's a good point.
Yeah. And if you don't have like a good local base, you're never going to have, like, you have the same fucking 200 people that go to a national. Why? Because they can afford it.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Plain and simple. You know, like, gas is expensive, flights are expensive, everything's expensive now, and now this COVID bullshit.
Yeah.
I can't go into a fucking customer's place without having my temperature checked and wearing booties, and, you know, I'm like, dude, you want me to wear a fucking rubber suit to change to work in a hot kitchen? I'm like, you do realize what you're giving me is flammable, and I'm working over people's cooking.
Jesus.
Like, it doesn't fly.
Yep.
But, you know, like, I was pretty bummed out that, like, dude, the Olympics got fucking canceled. Like,
it's an unprecedented, ever-changing situation.
I'm sorry, but that is a joke, man. How many years has the Olympics been around? But
a long time.
Exactly. I mean, and that's like the local scene. You know, how long has our local scene really been around?
Mm-hmm.
That's where everything started. And, you know, we're all doing away with it because every parent and every Joe Schmo thinks their kid's going to be in Maris Stromberg's, you know, or a Tori Nyhog or a James Palmer or anybody. And it's like, no one can go out and just be District 1 anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good point. Because even when I raced local races pretty old, and even when I was junior and stuff, I would still race like our provincial, which is our state, like a state qualifier. But I would still race the provincial stuff to stay sharp. And then even I remember like even when I was elite and we had our indoor track in the winter, like before the grands and stuff, I would race the pro-ams every Saturday night, like the local race, just to stay sharp. It's a good idea and it supports the local scene and people like it. And yeah, I agree.
I'm sorry, but here's a perfect freaking person. Nick Long. Nick Long raced local races until he turned pro.
Yeah, that's
like,
cool.
I
really
mean,
cool.
he literally would race local races. And I thought that's fucking crazy. Like, I'm not going to go late to the local race. Like, I'm 1927X. What am I going to do? There's nobody to race. I'm going to race a 16-year-old. But it helped him. Look at him. He's still fucking racing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's definitely something to it for staying sharp. And it doesn't matter who you're racing. Just the fact that you're in a race, the mindset is just different.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, maybe during this time, maybe things change. Maybe this is the opportunity where people aren't traveling as much because they don't want to. Maybe they start racing local. That would be something cool to see.
Yeah.
Are local tracks like open?
So up here they're doing like weekly practices and weekly races. You got to like sign up. There's some like obviously some precautions they're taking, but they're running now and stuff. So,
I don't know if tracks down here are even open yet. I think
it would really depend on every track would be so different with it. Yeah,
but I think I saw some races like they're doing some. Maybe it was a state race, but they had one at like the track that Amanda Carr runs. I think it's Charlotte. No.
Oh yeah. Punta Gorda.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, they had like a race. I saw Sousa and Smith there and Larson doing that stuff. So they must be doing a little bit. But yeah, it's just hit and miss, I think, depending on where it is.
I just saw Jeremy Smith at the gym the other day on Sunday, I think, for like the first time in a year.
Jay Smooth.
That kid's fucking fast.
He's really good. Yeah. He's improved a ton too.
And I mean,
he's the most. I think he's the most underrated guy that's that fast.
Mm-hmm.
That Sousa kid's fast as shit too. Like all these names, like, and he's a small guy. Like I think he's like the new Donnie.
Yeah,
Sousa's really fast.
His power to rate ratio is through the roof. His legs are huge. Like he's
I mean, he's powerhouse for sure.
Straight up, yeah.
But I don't know, man. You guys just keep on pedaling your bicycles.
You know what? That we will.
We want to have you on a show eventually.
Holler at your boy. I'm ready.
Let's do it next few weeks here. We got a couple lined up.
It'd be fun.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it the next while.
Let me know.
All right. Thanks for calling in, buddy. It was good to chat to you. I miss you.
No, I miss you guys too, man. You guys have fun and keep up the good work, man. I enjoy the show. It's how I keep up with BMX nowadays.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
What I'm talking about.
But yeah, we'll chat soon. Glad you're doing well.
No worries, man. Have a good one.
You too, buddy.
Later, Josh.
Bye.
Josh Myers, great dude. Always really liked Josh. Yeah, we've been friends since I was a kid.
That's cool. Yeah, I only really kind of met him like personally. I think the other year when we were in Oldsmar, I always like watched him. I love his personality. Off the track too. He's always smiling, having fun. Style was awesome.
I loved his style. Yeah, really cool.
So yeah, let's have him on the show in a couple weeks here. A few weeks here, that'd be awesome. That'd be fun to chat with him. Fellow S Squared Answer Rider.
Get yours today, baby. We keep saying it.
Answer BMX. Get yours today.
Even the retired guys know S Squared's the shit.
They know what to get. They know. Classic. I love it.
We got anything else? What else we got?
We got some one word. We got the one word.
One word. Sure. Yeah.
We don't really have a thing for it, but you know, it is what it is. One words, baby. Here we go.
Do the gold medal one. I love that one. There we go. That's it. Yeah.
One more time.
Gold medals and gold medals.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Thanks, Verona. We just, gold medals. Gold
Yeah.
medals. That's all we're going for.
All right, start us off.
Papendal.
Fucking Speedway.
Absolute Speedway.
Papendal.
I don't like when we do this.
I love it. I think it's so good.
I don't want to do it. Like I just I like reacting to your reaction or like.
All right, sure.
Yeah. If you want me to ask you, I'll ask you. But for me,
But then it just gets dumb then.
Okay, it does just get dumb.
Yeah, it is dumb.
But yes, fucking Speedway. I love that place.
All right, Twan.
Just an absolute monster out of the gate. Like just mechanically monster. Yeah.
Yeah. I think his girlfriend helped him with his social media because his social media has been fire lately.
He has had some banger
But
photos.
his girlfriend is like kind of famous
on social media too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's had some banger photos.
And she does a really good job on her social media. And not that Swan's was bad before or whatever, but I feel like he didn't do it as much.
I feel like his photos are just more artistic.
And I feel like he posts more and like really cool stuff.
Yeah.
So you know what, Puck, if you're helping him, great on you. Good job, Puck.
So I don't know her and I've only ever seen her Instagram, but I just think Pokemon. So I just think Pokemon when I see her Instagram.
I met her on FaceTime.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
I was FaceTiming Twan.
What was the first thing that comes to your mind, Twan?
He's just a good friend. Yeah. We've been friends a long time.
Yeah, fair.
Your
my
turn.
pull manual.
A hard skill that's not really practiced anymore. It's kind of a dead art.
Long lost skill, in my opinion. Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
Long lost skill.
Box jump.
Madrid fails. Fails in Madrid. That's the first thing that comes to
I like
mind.
it.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. Cruisers.
Sigh.
First thing that comes to mind.
You know what? I think they're great for older people that want to get into racing. I think it's awesome because it's a lot easier to ride. But like for us, there's no reason for a cruiser.
No,
in my opinion,
I agree.
No elite cruiser. I think it's for older beginners, in my opinion.
100%.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But for like our demographic and like elite and whatever, there's no reason for it.
Yeah, no, and that's because I think of 2010 juniors that crashed in South Africa.
That was surreal.
Absolutely.
The first guy got really fucked up. He like blew up his pancreas or something.
It looked terrible.
Yeah.
And then the shit show that encountered after was just a lottery. You didn't know what you were going to get by each guy.
Ping, ping, ping.
Just like pop rocks going off there. So yeah. Is it local tracks?
Home.
That's a good one. Yeah. That's a great one.
Like when I go to Ridge, I just feel like it's just home. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just think fun.
Yeah.
So I go to local track. I normally am just having fun. I'm either there to practice something fun, try new things, or just find new lines.
Yeah.
So I think fun. Yeah.
The links of Glen Eagles.
Hell of a time. 79, baby.
Beautiful golf course. We love. Like I just love going there.
Unbelievable course.
I just love going there.
Course. Had to throw that in.
James is 79. That'll forever be a special course.
Forever.
Yeah.
Now it'll be a special course. Quad.
God.
There you go. That's all it takes. I figured it'd be something funny.
I've always wanted to do a quad, never have, and now I never will. Because if I do one and I crash, not only will I be pissed, but Savvy would kill me.
She'd be pissed.
She'd be super pissed.
Like, what are you doing?
I've actually had like nightmares or thought like if I were to ride and get another concussion, I'd be like, what the fuck were you doing?
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, if you were to get another concussion.
Oh my God, yeah.
If you were to crash, I'd be like, it's just it happens.
Yeah. But if I were to like actually like get hurt,
I'd be like,
get a concussion specifically,
like you were good, bro.
We were fine.
We were good.
Bro, we were good. You just had to do it.
And it'd be on something dumb you didn't need to try. Oh my
God, it'd be so
always
stupid.
happens like that. Yeah. Driver.
Just let it fucking eat.
I threw it in there because I'd be like, a driver, it could be like golf driver, or I was thinking of Twan.
I was hitting just bombs today.
You were
like high, nasty bombs.
The kid's gonna be a driver assassin.
I'm gonna be a scratch by next year. I'm calling it. No one knows what that means, but for those of you people that know, I'm gonna be a zero. I'm gonna be a scratch by end of next year.
By end of next year.
End of next year.
So can we say end of summer next year? Let's put a date on it.
End of next year. I say by December 31st.
Of 2021.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you're listening, somebody like jot this date down, put a notification in your phone. You got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Small track.
Work. Just work to get around. Just always trying to quick, like you said, everything comes quick. Tap manuals, you got to quick tap manuals, got to work for the speed.
I think it's just kind of fun comes to mind. It's just like, it's so easy to jump everything.
Same thing. Local track fun.
Yeah. Just dick around and like so many tracks, like we can't actually go full speed on a lot of the tracks because they're so small, but they're just fun to like do lines and mess around.
Yep. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. Your turn.
Big tracks.
Love them. Yeah. Let's go fast and Go big.
Love them.
Yeah. Let's open up.
I think it's Chula. Whatever we want to call the new Chula. The new Chula.
Chula Rio, I guess.
The Chula, not Rio.
Chula, whatever.
Chula, not Rio, whatever that thing is.
The Chula, way too big Chula.
That's what I think. Big tracks. That's what I think.
It's a little like that one's a bit excessive.
Like the next one, when I'm going to ask you the next one, or you're going to ask me the next one, Chula Vista. Like that's what I think of too.
I think the really good London one.
Like that was the good one though.
That
You're
was
right.
such a good one.
There we go.
Yeah.
They should have kept that one.
Berlin Supercross. You know what?
Just dumb.
Let's just go pour gasoline and light that stupid track on fire.
That was just stupid.
Okay, so my thoughts, like for the Red Bull race, cool. Make it like a fun, gimmicky, a show, not real a race, but just an absolute like eye-catching show.
Yep.
For a World Cup, fucking in no way should there have been a World Cup there. Like I'm talking, let's light the whole place on fire, the whole track on fire.
It shouldn't.
Half of it was made of wood.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was dumb.
Should not have been there. Shouldn't have had it. Flat brim hats.
I like them, but I'm turning to more a curve brim guy.
You're
now.
a curve brim. Well, you play golf, so it's more curve brim lifestyle.
It depends. It's true.
Golf is a curve brim lifestyle.
When I go to the track, though, and usually in life, I'll flat brim it, but like at the course or like other times, I like to curve brim it. We were talking about this the other day. It's fucking awesome. Whenever we play golf with my dad, he always wears the flat brim S squared hat.
Full Factory Greg
Full
comes
Factory
out
Greg.
to play golf.
His Instagram at Full Factory Greg. Free shout out.
Free shout out. He comes out to play golf, Full Factory, and I love it.
I love it. Just the flat brim S squared hat, looking like a G.
John, if you're listening, you would be so proud.
My dad is always repping.
Always repping the S squared hat.
It's
I
fantastic.
love it. So good.
My turn.
Yeah, sure.
Flat pedal racing.
I think dirt turns. I think foot down dirt turns. That's what I think of flat pedal racing. Yeah. What do you?
I think it's boring. Like, guys, we've evolved the sport. I don't think we need to do flat pedals. Not to say it's bad, but I think it's a bit boring.
Okay, interesting.
Because we can't necessarily do this. Well, I guess you could do the same stuff on flats to a point, but I think it's kind of.
I think if it's on a small track with dirt turns, it gets exciting because maybe people are willing to take more risks. You can blow a foot off and put a foot down. But on the big tracks, you're right. It's not needed.
No, sports evolved. We're going faster and can do better things on clips.
Yeah, it just slows us down.
Yeah.
Racing in the rain.
I always really liked it. I love it. I love it.
I was gonna say my thing.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. Like I would get excited at a big race if it rained because I knew I'd have an advantage.
Dude, I love it.
Yeah.
Like if it's gonna rain, it's gonna rain. You can't decide if it's gonna rain. But if it's gonna if it is gonna rain, bring it on, baby.
We were so used to it too. We could
Let me do my thing.
Yeah.
Let me start drifting in those turns. So
that's all we got.
There it is. There we go. That's your one-word answers right there, people.
Oh, good show.
Great show.
We got Donnie Robinson on the show next week.
We'll announce it. We got DR coming on.
DR Donnie Robinson. That's going to be big. It's not going to be a small show. We got a new sponsor for next week.
Oh, let's let them know now.
Yeah.
We're not going to say the name now.
But we got a coffee sponsor for next week.
We're pretty excited.
Yeah.
We need you guys to get behind this one because we want this to happen big time.
Yeah, we're in talks with a certain coffee sponsor that's going to most likely come on for the next show. And we want to bring them on full time. We're really excited about it. And we can't wait to, say at the very beginning of the next show. And we want your guys' support, your listeners' support with this.
We can't express to you how much of a fan of this person we are and the coffee that they are.
Like,
creating.
no joke, it's cool.
I'll be honest, we haven't tried the coffee, but because of the person, we want to try it. We want to support the brand, and we want to bring them on board. So we're working on it.
Chris Anderson, when's the next show? It'll be next week, like usual. It'll be a recorded show, so we'll probably record Monday it'll come out Wednesday, like usual.
Yep. Chad Romans, Manakar, we have her on the list, so we will try to get her on eventually as well. We have a big list.
We have a big list. Yeah. Josh Myers on the list.
He's on. We'll get him on in a few weeks now. We'll bump him up the list.
Yeah,
because we just chatted with him. He called in. What a guy!
I know.
Great,
thanks awesome
for calling
dude.
in.
Yeah.
Chris Anderson also said, "I wonder how many motors are going to be at the Sunshine State Nationals at Punta Gorda." I thought that's the one that just happened.
I don't know.
Don't know how many.
Surprised Roger didn't call in. We got a few DMs from him this week. He DM'd me a couple of times and called each other.
Really?
Roger, I don't know why Roger hasn't called in yet.
It's just weird if Roger
kind of letting the show down, Roger.
I hope you listen to this back, Roger, and be like, damn, I missed it. I should have been calling in because we look forward to your call every time.
Yeah, we do.
So thanks to the sponsors of this show, ProGate Europe. Winning starts with a great gate.
We're talking great gate.
You need a great gate. I've been trying to change my form because I know you need a great gate if you want to win. So you gotta get a ProGate Europe. You guys know.
Yep.
Also, motosheets.com. Races are happening. You guys need to start going faster. We need to get some timing systems installed to keep up with those numbers. Get to motosheets.com. They got an app coming out soon. We'll let you know when that happens. you know what to do. Motorsheets.com.
Yep.
Thanks for coming on board, guys.
Thanks for the listeners. Thanks to people in the chat room. Appreciate you tuning in.
Great time.
For those of you people listening to the show on the podcast app, you can also check us out on YouTube.
We'll be there.
Yeah.
We'll let you know again so you guys can come tune in as well and come have a live convo with us.
We're going to grow the shit out of this platform, baby.
That's what we're doing.
It's just fun.
You know? We're just grinding.
Hashtag grinding.
Hashtag grinding.
All right. Sweet.
Thanks for listening, guys. And don't forget.
Remember to snap on green.
Snap on green.
Are you shitting me?
Kind of sounds like Josh. Yeah, shitting me? Kind of sounds like him, huh?
Kind of did, yeah.
Yeah, well, what's this friggin' podcast all about? I don't get it, man. Coffee chatter?
Get off my back, guys. You have to be fast in the track.
I hate that guy.